Hey guys, in this video we're going to go through the process of setting up our FTD HA pair in CDO. So we've got currently, if you look over here in devices, we've got a single device at our HQ. And so for high availability, we want to set up a second device and put it in HA pair. So I'm going to go out here first of all, and I'm going to go onboard our additional firepower that we've got set up here in the lab. HQ-FTDV -2 198.18.1.4 go. Should prompt us for username. Type in our username and password. Hit connect. Should prompt show us a successful and ask for a label, or no, label and then successful, sorry. So we'll give it a, there you go, successful. Go branch, HQ, add that, finish. All right, so now it is currently going through the process of syncing. So I'm going to pause the video. This takes a few minutes for it to sync. Once it gets synced up, we will go through the process of setting up the HA configuration. Okay, we're back, and our new FTD V2 is synced. So now we can start the process of doing the HA configuration. First, we want to make sure a few things, that these devices are on the same version. They should be. 6502-57. 6502-57, and we want to make sure all the licensing is deployed. So this should be, since we already deployed it and got it set up. There we go. So we want the same licensing to be deployed on our other one. So 2. Yep, there we go. So let's turn this licensing on. We have thread on, malware, URL. Then we were doing remote access VPN plus. Let's save. All right, it's syncing. Shouldn't have to deploy anything. Nope. Okay, so now we'll come over here. Go to high availability. And we've got our first device. We'll select the HQ FTD V2. There we go. And we can see drop down interfaces. We've already got our inside, outside, and then we've got our diagnostics. So the only option is gigabit Ethernet 02. So we're going to enter in our IP address. Primary IP address is 198.19.254.1. Secondary 198.19.254.2. Mask is correct. So that all looks good. We should be able to hit create. And it's going to go through the process of deploying. You can see right here the state deploying right here. We can see the some of the information about the HA config, our interfaces, our IPs. You can see over here the failover criteria. One interface right now. We can see our polar times. We can edit all this once this is deployed. Right now, while it's deploying, we can't change this, but we can edit this once this deployment finishes. So we're gonna let this deploy, and then we'll sync the config. So I'll pause the video for right now, and then we'll come back when it's finished. Okay, we're back. Our HA deployment is finished. Took about 20 minutes or so. If we select it here, we can see some details about it. Our primary active is hq.ftdv. Our secondary standby is hq-ftdv-2. So we could do some testing now. So we had our VPN tunnel up earlier that we configured in our last video. I should be able to go over to branch 3, and I should still be able to ping our host. And there we go. Got a reply. Should be able to go over to the VPN tunnel, and it should be in an active state now because of that ping. Let's see, refresh that. No. Let's go to here. Test that reply back to branch 3. That worked. Okay, I'm not sure why that's not shown as active, but the pings are working. So now let's go back over to our devices and select our device. Select our HA. We've got our HA information. We could edit our failover criteria here if we wanted to. I'm just going to leave it as it is, but we can come here to this little icon here to the right of failover history, and we could switch the modes. So we click switch mode, click OK, and our secondary device should become the standby. Give that a second. You can see here some status of this as it switches over. Let this finish. Once this finishes, we'll test the VPN tunnels again just to make sure they stay up as we flip from the active standby. Alright, we can see now that the secondary device is now the active device and the primary device is now the standby device. Should be able to go to devices, and we see that also. Primary standby, secondary active. It's synced. I should be able to go back over to my branch device. See if the VPN tunnel stayed up. It did. So there we go. In this video, we set up an HA pair, tested the failover of that HA, and tested the connectivity of our VPN tunnels after the failover. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you if you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.